Howdy doody. Welcome back to the ranch. My name is Michael. Behind me is my new to me trailer that I picked up at auction a couple months ago now. I've been using it here and there, but there's things that really need taken care of. There's some dangling wires and got to put some new tires on it. So stick around. Let's get it done. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, like the video, share it, really help me out what I'm doing. If you're not new, you know that I hate recording in my front yard because I'm on a very public road and I don't like talking to a camera where I live. So bad news is I couldn't fit the trailer in my backyard, so here we are in the front. Awesome. I'm only going to stick around here for a little bit. I just want to jack this up in the air, get it on blocks, and take these tires in and get them swapped out. And then I think the rest of it, I'll be taking this back to the shop. And we're going to flip the boards over, hopefully, because I think they got some life left in them, but they're a little grungy. I'm going to get a needle scaler out and chip off all the old paint and rust treat it and paint it. And do some other miscellaneous things, but let's get to work so I can get out of my front yard. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, honey. You're not in the frame. Say hi.
Howdy doody.
Welcome. How are you?
Welcome, Pete.
We like the name of your store.
Howdy doody. Thank you, darling. What's the rating? Actually pretty good. Out of 10?
6 now. 7.
I gave it a 10 because you made it. It's very good, honey. Thank you. All right. Ooh, that sounds great. We'll have to check that out. I only had 2 lug nuts on this one because I already had it off. Because I'm telling you, I tried everything trying to squeeze this trailer in the back of my house. I should have taken a picture of it. It was literally, if I had a half an inch, I could have squeezed it back there. It was this close. Literally this close. I should have taken a picture because that was tight. Tight like a tiger.
Tight like a tiger.
Anyway, these are the 2 tires I'm after. The other 2 are pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna line this up next to the other one on the other side. This one might be better than the one on the other side because I'm only replacing 2. Oh, that's got a nail all the way through it. So, gonna replace this one. Goodbye, honey. I gotta order your parts. Bye-bye. Yeah. So I'll inspect the other one real quick, just to be sure. This one's awfully nice. And get them swapped out. Meet you back here. We're back. Got those tires swapped out. Feel real good about that. That was really the only thing that was keeping this from being like a fully functional, reliable trailer. But there's a lot that I want to do to it just to put it up to spec with what I'm looking for out of a trailer, you know. So we're back at the yard here, nice and quiet. Listen, nothing but birds. If it were a Monday, this asphalt plant would be pumping out coal, but today, Sunday, it's nice. So I got a spot cleared out for this thing. I'm gonna back it in. First, I wanna get that hot box off of there. I was already messing around with the boards. It looks like I am going to be able to salvage those, just prying them up, hacking off the old screws, flipping them upside down, and calling them good. Got some life left in them. So let's get to work. I'm gonna get that thing off of there and we'll go from there. Much better. That was bugging me so much. Just a little too far overbent. And it made it real hard to get it on and off, like the pin in and out. So anyway, that'll do it for the skid steer. I'm gonna put that back home and let's get to work on the trailer, shall we? Man, see this taillight right here? Well, the other side was so kinked and bent up, and I was thinking about it as I was driving away with the skid steer, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should try putting a fork on that. And I raised it up, and it just popped right into place. I wish there was a way that you guys could have saw it. If only If only there was a way that you could have seen it. You would have enjoyed it, but anyway, here's the trailer in its home for the next, we'll say, couple days, week, month. No, couple days. I'm gonna start by taking these fenders off, which there's 2 bolts, and that's it. Just 2 bolts, but I'm sure they're so rusted they're just gonna snap off. But let's give it a whirl, see if they come off in one piece. Almost lost a digit there. Don't want to lose a finner. There it is. 1 new bolt needed. The problem with this trailer is it did see some rust, and as a reminder, I didn't see this one before I bought it. Not that I'm mad about it, the price was right, but definitely some salt eating away at this thing, which is one of the main reasons why I want to get these deck boards off and needle scale it and treat it, because it'll fall apart early if I don't. So let's keep moving.
Juan?
Those things are rusty. Alright, losing daylight here. I'm definitely gonna have to peel those off. But not today. So here's the thing. Undercoating can be a good thing, but unfortunately I've never seen it be a good thing. Every time I've seen it, it comes off in chunks like this, and it's always just obliterated underneath. So, I don't know, to me, to winterize my stuff, I typically just soak it down with transmission fluid.
How dare you!
That way it doesn't trap all the moisture and you end up with crap like this. Alright, as I mentioned before, I already started prying the deck off here, so I'm going to start the long, slow process of doing the rest of it. So, cue the time lapse. all done. I think I'm gonna leave the back. It's in pretty good shape. I'll probably just throw new screws in it. I mean, I guess it, oh, these are just laying in here. All right. Never mind. Okay, now everything's off. I'm gonna debate on whether or not I want to start scaling this thing off tonight. I might as well start, right? Even if I don't finish, it'd be nice to get a jump on it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up what I'm doing. I gotta hack off all these screws, which I'm not gonna make you watch me do that. But after that, then I'll start scaling all the undercoating and rust off. And that way we can, what am I saying? Get one step closer to where we're going. Sounds like a plan. Well, okay. Sorry. That's done. Took a little bit longer for me to tidy up all my stuff here, so sun's going down. I'm hungry. It's like pushing, I don't know, 8:30 or so. I got some chains over there that I wanted to pressure wash, so I still got some things to do before I go home. So I'm gonna cut it here, and we'll come back hopefully tomorrow, start scaling all this crap off of here. So, looking good so far, I think. One step at a time. We're back. It's been a couple days, but that's okay. Today, I'm gonna grab my needle scaler, get all this old paint off, or at least most of it. I'm not aiming for perfection here. I'm just aiming for good enough. And we're gonna roll with that. So I'm gonna scale this thing off. I got a chemical called Osfo in my truck. It's a Cleveland-made chemical that's like a rust converter. Slap a coat of that on here. It's supposed to rain tonight, so that's good. And then tomorrow, we'll throw a couple coats of paint on it. So I'm gonna fire up the compressor. It's gonna be loud, and the needle scaler is gonna be going. You don't wanna listen to it. So I'll time-lapse it, put some nice music in the background. That'll be nice. I'll fire that up, get moving here, take you along for the journey, and I'll let you know when we're done. How about that? Oh, I've done a couple test strips with the air chisel and the needle scaler. Both are gonna take a while. I'm not really sure which one's the best option. Can you hear me? Anyway. Take it from me, the trailer's this bad. All this undercoat, sandblasted. Don't be me. You're welcome. Well, it is 3 hours later, and yeah, wish I would have known it was going to be that much work. I mean, I'm not even to the point where I want it to be. I'm to the point where I'm okay with where it's at. I have only done the exterior frame though. I didn't do anything on the inside, which I'm bummed about, because that's obviously the worst of it. But at this point, I gotta weigh my options here and what this trailer's worth, what it's worth to me and my time and effort. And it's definitely not worth another 3 hours of, it'd probably be even more because of all the nooks and crannies, getting the inside to the point where the outside is right now. So I'm leaving it there. I'm going to try before the sun goes down and before I pass out from the smell of the dead animal somewhere back there, definitely dead, and rotting. I'd like to get a coat of the rust treatment on here so it can cure, if you will, overnight before it starts to rain. So next time I'm out here, I can just do a little bit of paint prep and spray it. So that's where we are at. I'm gonna get going because I'm running out of time here. I just realized I didn't have my mic plugged in. Sorry about that. This is what's called Osfo. It's a Cleveland brand. Basically prepares rust surfaces for painting. It somehow chemically turns rust into like a primer. Science! And you can just paint directly on top of it. Great for applications like this. I don't know if you can order it online. Me personally, it's downtown Cleveland, so I just run and grab myself a couple gallons when I need them. Kind of a trick of the trade that I picked up along the way is put it in a spray bottle, spray it on rather than dipping it in a bucket, and then you can kind of brush it with a paintbrush from there. So this should be a relatively quick process, so let's get moving and wrap this thing up. So this should, by tomorrow, basically turn to a black color. And that's when you know it's ready for paint. The top I'll probably leave as is and just coat the frame. Also, of course, with anything like this, wear safety glasses and gloves. Obviously, you don't want to get this stuff in your orifices. Probably wouldn't work out too well for you. Wash whatever clothes you're wearing after you're done. Honestly, I should probably be wearing long sleeves, but I ain't, so sorry. Well, that's the outside. I think I'm gonna coat the inside real quick. Not these top bars. I'd really like to chip those away at some point, and do them right. I feel like if I spray this on there, it's mainly just gonna be grabbing onto old undercoat, which is such a shame. But I'm gonna run like these inside main rails just to get that done, and then we'll call it a night. pretty impressed with that, to be honest. I'm happy with that. We'll let that marinate overnight. Let it sit tomorrow, and then we'll come back the next day to paint it. So, sun's going down on me. I'm gonna get my tools picked up and get the heck out of here. See you guys on Sunday. It's purple. That is purple. So I bought this paint like 2 years ago in hopes that I was going to restore my truck bed on my dump truck over there, and I never got around to it. Still a project that's on my list. We're going to cover it at some point here, but it's kind of low on the totem pole because there's not much to it. I bought this paint for it, specifically for that 5-gallon jug of it. With my commercial discount, it was $250. There's nothing I can do about it. There is, you can't make this up. That is incredibly upsetting. So, I'm gonna paint it anyway. It is gray, but here. It is gray, but there is so much lilac to it, or periwinkle, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's purple tone to it. So there's really nothing I can do. I think maybe I'm going to throw a coat of paint on it, see if I absolutely hate it. From what I can see in good sunlight, it looks purple. My other idea, I might grab like a little quart of black. That's the same type of paint. This is it's a really durable paint, very specific kind. So I think I might grab a quart of black, or maybe like a really dark green to offset the purpley, and darken it up a bit, because in my mind when I was thinking about this, I wanted it to be darker, but obviously I didn't pick right. And that's not Sherwin-Williams' fault. I mean, obviously I'm the dummy that bought 5 gallons of this stuff without verifying that the paint was really what I wanted. I should have gotten a little sampler, a little shot glass of it, and tested it, but I didn't because I was that confident in the color that I picked. Obviously I should not have been, so bummed. So we're here, I got it, I got my sprayer, we're gonna paint it and see what it looks like. Maybe it's gonna turn out purple, I don't know, but let's hop to it. If I absolutely hate it, you guys be the judge, and I'll mix in a little bit of black or something, get it darker and less purpley, and respray it. So let's get moving, see how it goes. All right, fingers crossed. I'm gonna start with the fenders because these are junk anyway, so if I spray it and I'm like tapping out, then at least I, didn't waste any time. I'm gonna leave my camera equipment here so I don't get any paint on it, because like I said, the only thing that's taking this stuff off while it's still tacky is paint thinner. So I bid you adieu. Wish me good luck. Thank you for the one person in the back. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Here we go. Well, what do we think? It's tough to say. I don't hate it. I think it is gray, but I do think there is a touch of purple in it, which, rolling down the street in construction equipment, is it different to the point that it's cool? I don't know. That's typically who I am as a person, is doing things a little bit off the norm. But I don't know. You be the judge. Let me know if I should paint it again. It wouldn't take much. I would have the boards back on, but there'll be fresh screws, so I could just zip them out or throw a tarp over it or whatever. I don't think it's bad. I think maybe that's just me talking myself into it. But I don't know. I can't get over the fact that I'm in this position. But let me know what you guys think. I'm going to let this dry, and next chance I have, I'm going to come back out here and screw in all the deck boards, throw the wheels on. We should be good to use it for now. Dang, Daniel. Back at it again on the trailer.
Daniel, back at it again with the white vans.
Little piddly things to do here. I'm already breaking a sweat because it's hot this week, 90s. And all I've done is gotten the fenders and the wheels back on, and I feel like I've been out here for hours. So I'm gonna get cooking here. Basically, all this wire is hanging, and this one has been cut and twisted up into knots. So I'm gonna work on that, and I am gonna drill some holes, I think, for the wire that's kind of dangling in the wind, and zip tie it. Get those nice and snug. Throw the deck boards on. I gotta throw a toolbox on the front. And then I'm going to save the rest of the project for another day. We'll go through that later. For now, this is what I'm talking about here. This is all knotted up because this was snipped at some point. I believe that goes to that running light over there in the fender. And then all this wire is that's actually propped up right now because I have it sitting on the frame rail. but all of it's just kind of dangling, and I gotta get it more secure. So that's what I'm gonna be working on for now. Let's get that done so I can get these deck boards on and move on to something a little more interesting. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about over here. I mean, this is all bunched together. This is the other side that you were looking at before. That was cut off. There's an awful lot of slack here. I'm not sure what was going on there, but we're gonna cut this rope. That way I can stretch this out. This definitely goes to this light here, which means this one should connect to that. And I think I'm gonna cut some slack off of there, but first, let's get this plugged into this light. Going down. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Come on, go home. You belong here. Simba. Okay, so that goes there. No doubt. And not the Gwen Stefani kind. This is gonna come up here. Connect to this one. I definitely have enough slack to cut these existing butt connectors off. I think I've said this on this channel before, but I like using these real cheap butt connectors if I'm not going to be soldering, and I'll just cut the little bell ends off of these and slip a piece of insulation over it. I feel like if I'm not going to be soldering and I'm already cutting a corner by using a butt connector, I might as well go cheap. Those little butt connectors are pretty expensive, not gonna lie. Got some sort of bird just yelling in my ear over here. You guys hear that? Pipe down over there. Trying to make a video. You're ruining it. He's probably cute though. This gravel sure is hard on my knees. My goodness, all right. Here, fixed. All right, so I think I'm running with the top rail method. I'm zip tying here to the top rail. I already did a couple. Just got to run it the rest of the length of the trailer, so let's get working. A little bit of schmutz. Grab our step bit. Man, see these wires? These are stuck through a rust hole, and those have been chafing for some time now. Let's see if we can't get these back where they need to be. You know what I've been needing in my life? Tetanus. That would be great. Jeez. Those look terrible. Oh, there's a broken wire there. The rest of it looks okay. A little chafed, but okay. Okay, fixed. A little bit of schmutz in this situation. I did try this on the other side, by the way, and it worked quite well. This one's obviously going to be a little bit easier because, you know, the holes in it. But that's neither here nor there, and it's none of your business. Anyway. Yibbidi-ba-ba-da. Okay, onward and upward. Yeah, probably slide it even further back. Yeah. Cool. I'll mount that later, but for now, the part that I thought was going to take the longest, and yet I'm left with the least amount of time to do, is get the deck boards on. I better get to work before I get caught in the dark. So I'm tired of this one, to be honest. I want to be working on something else, but that's just the glory of love, as they say. Nature of the beast. Let's get these on. Not gonna do it like that from now on. What the heck? That was awful. Definitely better ways to cut the cheese, slice the bread. What's the saying? Didn't I say I wasn't gonna do it like that again? My back hurts. Man. I broke my hammer the other day and I haven't gotten around to either getting a new one or fixing this one. So I'm stuck swinging like this. That probably would have snapped it in half. I shouldn't have done that. Well, that's nice. I should have just done that. Whew. Wow. I need a nap.
Take a nap.
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
Okay, take a nap right there then.
I take nap here. Well, I got the first board down, but I am out of time. So I think I'm gonna get this over to the pressure washer and get it cleaned off. That way I can come back another day and screw all these boards down. It's gonna take me 10 minutes per board. So I'd say I'm gonna have, you know, at least an hour into this. And the sun is officially going down. So unfortunately I gotta leave it here. So I'm gonna clean up my tools so I can get home. I know my wife is worried sick about me right now. And she made dinner, so I'm hungry. Time to get home. So let me know what you think. Is it purple? Do you hate it? Drop a comment, let me know. I'd appreciate the feedback. For me, I think, do I hate it? On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say a 9 out of 10, and that only point being, at least right now, it's a little more reliable. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Still some more work to do on this trailer. We might be repainting it too. How did I forget to shut my door?